There's a saying, money makes the world go round. It seems like in today's modern times, one cannot go through life without money. So, if money is such an important commodity in our lives, why aren't schools teaching about money? Is it really that tough a topic to tackle? Hi everyone, I'm John from the Corporate Breakout Couple. My wife, friend and I broke out the corporate rat race in 2020 and have been retired for the last 3 years. Our passion is to share what we have learned over the years while gunning for early retirement. In today's video, we'd like to cover the topic of financial literacy and how it's connected to early retirement. Before we begin, we'll appreciate it if you will hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to join our YouTube family. According to Investopedia, financial literacy is the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, budgeting, and investing. In my opinion, what's really lacking these days is how little emphasis is placed on financial literacy. Everyone uses money as a medium of exchange, and many hold a job to pay the bills. The interesting thing is, despite the heavy relationship with money, many choose not to expand the knowledge in terms of personal finance and investing. Math, physics, chemistry, history, geography. Now, these are the topics we learned in school, weren't they? And we spent more than 10 years studying these subjects, burning through the midnight oil and grinding through exams. There's absolutely nothing wrong with academics, but the real issue here is nobody teaches you about money in school, and therefore everyone graduates being financially illiterate. To me, traditional education places too much focus on academics, too little focus on the real world. For example, inflation. Unless you are an economics major, most people don't know much about inflation, the ups and downs of money printing, borrowing, and all that because that affects your job and your industry. Another example, rising cost of living, which impacts people's daily lives. And every now and then, when the retrenchment wave hits, many people don't even know what hit them. I have about 15 years of corporate experience, and it's sad for me during the course of my corporate career when I see some of my ex-colleagues come and go because of retrenchment exercises. I came from a sales and business development background. The plus point was I was able to see the company's revenue usually on a quarterly basis, as well as forward forecast being one of the frontliners. And I also have a lot of industry touch points with my business partners and able to tell where the industry is headed towards. That actually gave me a bit of advantage, having a bit of predictability on where the company is headed and then to make my next move if necessary. However, not many of my ex-colleagues had that luxury, being in the middle and back office. The real world is a far cry from your education days. In order to understand the game that you're in, the corporate game, you need to understand the rules of engagement. Know that money is one of the key deciding factors in the corporate game. So if you want to really play well in the game, you need to know about money, otherwise you will get eaten up. So what's the connection between financial literacy and early retirement? Personal finance is an individual's responsibility, just like your personal health, which I shared many times before using the gym example. You ought to be fully accountable for your own finances because no one else is coming to save you. Brushing up your financial literacy, like keeping up with the world events and financial markets, will help you gain confidence to make sound financial decisions for yourself and your family. Ultimately, your financial literacy will support you on your goals for the future, such as financial independence or early retirement. As an early retiree, I can share that having a strong foundation in financial literacy will allow you to ease your fears about money, build a better relationship with it, and also let go of negative emotions and energy that affects you as a person. Let's discuss some of the traits of early retirees. I find that one of the common traits of early retirees is thinking out of the box. In fact, that's how they broke out of the rat race, by building a business or maybe investing early such that they have money working passively for them. This path which early retirees have undertaken is undeniably the path less traveled. And that means they must think out of the box and do things that majority of people won't. For example, they can find ways and means to build up different passive incomes to eventually replace their main source of active income, which is their job. Another common trait about early retirees is they play the long game. And in order to do that, they are willing to make adjustments to their lives in the short term for a long-term success. For me, I'm 100% willing to make short-term sacrifices for a lifetime of freedom. Though it will be a tough road, and everyone's timeline towards early retirement is different. But what I can guarantee you is you stay in the game and stay convicted, you will be earlier retired than the age of 65. Another common pattern that I notice about early retirees is they are always in learning mode. They do not take anything for granted because they recognize that as the world is moving forward, if they do not stay in learning mode and progress together, they will decay and get left behind. For me, it is the attitude that matters. Being appreciative of the things that's around me and being grateful for what I have. Because I have time freedom, I actually want to protect my time even more because I'm very appreciative for what I'm given and I want to make the most of it. If I may share boldly, the real game in life is not about mastering money. It is actually about mastering time. And mastering time is a constant work in progress and a daily affair. I hope I've shed some light in the topic of early retirement, and having a strong foundation for financial literacy is one of the important steps. Whether you're 35, 45 or 55, don't be afraid to start your financial literacy journey. Even if you're in your 50s, get yourself financially literate because that's what will get you retired earlier. I hope this video has piqued your interest to be financially literate. Do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't and join our YouTube family. See you soon!